the giant birds and prepared to shoot one down, but his mother stopped him and pulled him into the nearby caves and hid themselves in fear. It was then he realized the world was far larger than the cave he knew. This means Honol was estimated to be between the age of 18 to 20 years old in 1942 when he saw World War XI planes. So he was likely born sometime between 1910s and 1920s. And to this date, 28th August 2025, Honol estimated to lived up to a remarkable age of 111 years old. Of his upbringing, raised in a tribal traditions, his father Kolpa Honol was killed in a tribal warfare between tribesmen. His mother Hol Arkans from Kison village, Hul Suma tribes left to care for him and his 5 sisters, Payaolinj, Soez, Armantoenj and Hal adopted daughter Karal. Fortunately, his grandfather Kolpa Okep took them in. Under Okep's guidance, he learned customs, tribal boundaries, histories of ancestors and chieftainship. Raised in a tribal traditions, he learned through oral storytelling, communal works and spiritual reflection. These teachings shaped him into a man of deep wisdom. Since Honol had no bothers, his 5 sisters, Soz, Paolinj Koroltawines and Arman took on the roles traditionally reserved for men, standing firmly beside their only brother. These sisters became his strongest pillars of support, acting not only as care-givers but also as defenders of their ancestral land and identity. Much of the knowledge of custom tribal boundaries and ancestral histories was preserved through them. When clansmen tried to exploit Honol's vulnerability by forcefully seizing Kolpa clan land, the sisters rose with courage and determination. They stood as if they were men, confronting the aggressors and fearlessly claiming back what rightfully belonged to their family. Their wisdom inherited from their grandfather Kolpa Okep, and their unwavering unity made them powerful guardians of the lineage. Together they safeguard Honol's rights and ensured that their family heritage, land and honor were preserved for future generations. His sisters were not just supporters, they were his strength, his protectors, and the living pillars that held him upright throughout his struggles. 5. Honol's marriage, children and tribal legacy. As a young man, Honol sought to build a family. He married 4 wives from different tribal backgrounds, dreaming of having more children, preferably sons, and to fulfill his ancestors' prophecy, strengthening unity among Pep-Kopio tribes and wider Karins. Tirpal Apu. Honol's first wife, Mandop Lines from Honam village, Mandop tribes. Together they had 3 children. Through tragedy struck early, their firstborn son died in infancy. They